Welcome back to the show, everyone. We have added one more person onto the set here in the middle, a man that's had a lot of success on the basketball court.
Now, of course, we're talking about Hemingway boys basketball coach Emmanuel Dewalt. His Tigers just made their 4th appearance in a row in the Class A state finals last weekend. So, Coach, first of all, for all the viewers out there, just take us through your background in basketball. How long have you been involved in this great game?
Well, I've been coaching basketball 14 years now. And so, 16 years. My 2 years here at Hemingway now, so 8 years as assistant and now 8 years as a head coach. I worked at York Comprehensive High School and then also at Mid Carolina High School as a head coach there for 6 years.
So ties obviously to South Carolina then.
Yes. I grew up in Union, South Carolina, so I've been here pretty much my whole life except for the 5 years when I was in college.
What do you enjoy most about the game of basketball? Did you start playing it at a young age? And obviously it's grown into a passion of yours now here. Yes,
I've played it as long as I can remember. It was always my first love. I asked God a long time ago to make me 6'8" so I could be like Dominique Wilkins, but that didn't quite happen. But
You're still pretty tall, though.
Yeah, I got to 6'3", so I've always had a passion for the game. I just love competition and just getting after each other, and it's always just a great experience to get out and do that.
Now, if you love competition, you got to love winning too, and you've had a lot of that recently. You've made it to 4 straight finals in Columbia. Talk about just that kind of a ride to be able to have that kind of sustained success.
Oh, wow. It's really a testament to the players. I mean, those guys are just, in Hemingway, you just breathe basketball. From the time you can walk, there's a ball in your hand. And so, when you have great players and kids that just really have a passion for going out there and winning, it makes it a whole lot easier as a coach.
What do you enjoy most about being at Hemingway and the tradition they've built there over the decades and being a part of it now for the last couple of years?
Well, it's, Tuesday nights and Friday nights at Hemingway, nobody's doing anything except for watching basketball.
At the game.
And so it's great to be part of a community that loves the sport so much and supports the team. I mean, when we went to Colonial Life Arena, the stadium was full. It was all Hemingway people. And so it's always a great feeling to go in the gym knowing you're going to have a great support.
I can certainly attest to that. These last 2 years at the state finals, I've been there, and it has been packed for you guys. But something I've also noticed is just the connection that you have with your players, the love that you have for them. What would you like them to learn? What do you want them to take away from you as a head coach?
Well, when I got into the business of teaching and coaching, it was all about making an impact so the guys, so they can see what they can do in the future. And winning basketball games, that's a bonus. So we talk a lot about character building and doing things, as far as, life lessons. You win or you learn. And that's, kind of a thing that we've always been, preaching to these guys. And it's just, when you see them come back to you later and they can express how they've learned, about life through the game of basketball, it's a great feeling. Going into the state championship game and seeing a lot of my former players come back to support me was, that was as important as anything.
A guy we just saw up on the video screen there, Juju Williams. What was it like coaching a guy like him? He's going to play football, but he's still really, really good on the basketball court. What was his connection like with you?
I'll tell you, he's a grown man.
He is a big man.
Yeah. You shake his hand and you be ready to get some ice on him. He tries to hurt you. It's fun. Not only is he a tremendous athlete, but he's just a great kid. He's always got a smile on his face. He always looks you dead in the eye, shake your hand firmly. He's got great manners.
A couple times before.
And he's got great parents that have been supportive of him, and they raised him the right way. And he's the kind of kid that you wish you could have in the building everywhere.
Now, if Juju is thunder, then Darius Taylor's certainly lightning. Just what kind of a player was he this year on the court? But on top of his play, the leadership role that he took over.
Well, he's been starting point guard at Hemingway since he was a freshman. So he's played in Colonial Life Arena 4 times. Not many people can say that, not even, a lot of players play for the Gamecocks. But, he's just a floor general, and he's very unselfish, so, he can get the ball and create plays for other players. And he's probably got the highest basketball IQ of any kid I've been around in a long time. And so he can come to the sideline and say, Coach, let's try this, let's do that. And most of the time you listen to him because he knows what he's talking about. He's a great kid, great athlete, and it's fun having a player like him on your team.
Obviously, a lot of success at Hemingway. What are some other programs that are really good that you've seen throughout your short time here in the area so far?
We talked about it a little earlier. It was Carver's Bay. It's a big rival game for us, and Mez has done a great job with those guys over there. And they made it to the state championship last year, and then they went, I think, 3 rounds deep this year. And of course, you got Conway and Wilson. Some teams that have been very, very tough and very competitive. in their perspective levels.
You know, it seems like for Hemingway, you don't rebuild, you always seem to reload. And you said that from a young age, they always have a basketball in their hands. So for all those viewers out there that think that maybe just because you're losing some of these seniors that had that big impact, is the future at Hemingway still, is the goal constantly get back to Colonial Life, keep this winning tradition going?
Hey, I was told when I got the job, we love to win here. And so, yes, of course, that is the goal and objective. We got some good guys coming back. Got a few guys coming from JV that are going to help us a lot, and so it's just a matter of just putting the pieces in the right place and getting those guys to all buy into the system, and I think we'll be a very competitive team again next year.
Dashaquavius Cooper Jr. on your team was real good. How key was he for the run down the stretch for you guys?
Well, actually, Dada is graduating.
Oh goodness, I thought he was.
Yes, he's graduating, and he's already enlisted. He's going into the military, and so he's going to be a very successful individual, in that aspect, and I'm proud of him. I wish he was back for another year. He's been instrumental. He's one of those guys that can do it all. He rebounds, plays good defense, he can score the basketball, and probably 2 or 3 times a game there's gonna be a highlight reel with him, putting his elbow in the rim. So that's always fun to watch.
Now, real quick, we wanted to show you keep on talking about all these other players, but how about yourself? We have this.
He's a good basketball player. Here it is.
This is from, you said your senior day. You said your final practice and. Getting up, getting buckets in front of all the seniors and everything. I mean, just real quick, just how special was that for you? You said you have all your seniors take a shot, but then you got one more. Then what kind of a moment is that you're going to cherish for a while?
Well, I'm glad I've been trying to lose a little weight because about 16 pounds ago, I wouldn't be able to get there. But guys were taking side bets whether or not I was going to be able to get up or not. But like I say, it was a special moment. You have your last practice, and a lot of teams don't know when their last practice is. So I have the guys say, you're going to get your final shot. Guys taking threes, some guys trying to dunk, doing all kind of stuff they can't really do. And so they gave the ball to my assistant coach and my other assistant coach, and they said, all right, coach, your turn. And so I said, all right, let me give it a go, and pray to my legs give me an opportunity to get up there. So.
First try, too.
Yeah, one take. That's all I had in.
That's all it took, too. Disclaimer on that. All right, we got to wrap things up here with Coach Emmanuel Dewalt. We want to thank him for being on the segment. Coming up next, we'll talk Coastal Men's Golf. Some of the best teams in the nation are in the Grand Strand coming up this weekend. We'll talk with Jim Guerin in minutes coming up on the Carolina Sports Wrap.